So pretty. What are these things? Late entry character. Oh, it's reflected in the water too. So it's like some ghostly apparition. From their homes must all flee. Chapter 8. Traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Uben, the old Varl. We still got Uben? Delbert Scrivener says, since Borsgard the numbers have grown, people have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we need plenty of supplies considering our destination. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and meat for a trip. The merchants have a few interesting items as well, but folks can eat those in lean times. Okay, you had to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Yeah. Can't miss them. Yep. Of course, he says, oh, I almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with the reader Bulwark, but be careful. He's not like other Varl. Yeah, he's an asshole. No, actually, most Varl, I would say, are kind of assholes. I have to say. This medallion gives you information about your caravan, including population, supplies, renown, and number of days that have passed. So yeah, the Varl are really stubborn, and they're hard to get along with, and well, most of them anyway. Including population, supplies. Yeah. This banner indicates that you have enough supplies to provision your caravan for 28 days of resting or travel. The large population requires more supplies per day to survive. You can acquire additional supplies at the market. Click on the market to see what's available. Do I actually have to? Yeah, I do. These are supplies merchant has available. You will give you 5 per renown. That's a pretty good deal going by the last game. You need 8 supplies per day to survive. This shows what you have. Your 225 supplies will last for 28 days. You have 7 renown to purchase supplies. Button to add 15 or more supplies to your caravan. The area on the left will show these. Okay. Now that you added supplies, you must confirm to change by pressing. Yeah. They didn't do this in the last one, I don't think. Markets also have items available. These items are equipped by your hero. I want to see what heroes I have. In the red circle. This is level 4. I don't know what level my heroes are. I don't know what difficulty I'm playing on either. If I imported a save game. Oh, it's not easy. Easy is ridiculously easy. For the most part, anyway. That is pretty darn good. 1+ move, -1 drawing aggro. +2 X talent ranks, +1 range distance, +10%. 2 times strength damage. Level 7 though. And how much renown do I have left? I can't see. Oh, renown 4. Oh, I can buy these, I guess. Oh, there's a level. It's down here. Right. Okay. Yep. Alright, so I want to see what heroes I have. I forget how to do that. Let's rest. Where is the... There is... You can't check. Poop. But I have him. Yeah. That guy is built like a tank. He is a tank. But he dies so easily. Let's talk to him first, I guess. You find Ejo or Gil engaged in conversation with Prince Luden and wait to approach. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. I didn't know there were rules on how to ask. But now you do. My father clearly needs to enforce customs across the backlands of his kingdom. Look how scruffy he looks. Kind of looks like Patrick, who used to work on Giant Bomb. I forget his last name. Let's see. Oh, out here we earn a name for ourselves instead of being born with a title. Ooh! Udin, surprised by a comment, sees you standing nearby. He straightens his posture. Your words are getting the better of you. I'll attempt to forget what you just said. The prince nods to you and walks away. What was that all about? Gil looks shocked to see you. Oh, nothing. Just becoming a Kingsguard requires more than skill. You need a name. Kingsguard, you're looking forward to arboring, aren't you? Just thinking about the future, you know. He suddenly looks concerned. Oh, listen, I'm sorry for not fighting by you during the attack. You don't need... No, I do. I promise your father I'll always protect you. Why weren't you by my side? So, his ability is that he could walk into a center of a group, basically, draw aggro, and basically take no damage because he has such a huge damage reduction. I don't need protecting, but I could use a friend. Ooh, friend zone right away. You'll have more chances to keep your promise, yeah. Adriel's eyes widen and he stands a bit taller. Okay, right then, good. You smile at him before walking away. Nope. Poor caravan morale causes a -2 willpower penalty in battle. Retaining sufficient supplies and rest in camp before improves morale. Yeah. So you get people that die along the way if you don't keep the supplies up. But funnily enough, you could have great morale and no food sometimes. Let's talk to Oddleaf. Oddleaf, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? A group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do, what your father did. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I saved a lot of people. Those under his banner agree because they follow you. Well, I saved a lot of people in some playthroughs. Some, I let a lot of people starve to death, I'm not going to lie. Some of the achievements are like, get to here by a certain day, and you can't stop. You just have to keep going. Her tone is forceful, and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. I let they respect your rook, and that respect is passed to you. But give them any reason to doubt you, and it'll vanish. Now, give them a reason to doubt me. I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I think that's perfect for her. She's doubtful and looking to her for advice. Yeah. Neither did your father. Not always. Very rarely. I never knew what I was doing. I know that one for sure. But the caravan saw him as confident and... No, yeah, confident and competent. Yeah, but why? How? Be decisive. For now, while you're proving yourself, keep your emotions private. Just my advice. He stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I want to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training something to fight will keep the others safe, but it takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. As our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight... Yeah, how many fight and how many look for food. Okay, this is new. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Odd. You turn to leave Oddly statue. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. Her words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. You're making me sad. Stop. Nope. map. Let's see where we are. I forget where we are. We're down the river from Kingsguard. I know that much. Oh god, the map takes a while to load. Yeah, so we came all the way from up here in Skogar. Where the heck is Skogar? Right here. So we went all the way up here. We crossed over here, I think. We came down through here, something like that, I think. No, we went to Eintoff. We went that way, I think. I remember Wormtoe. And the other part of the game, when you're playing as Akon, he's kind of the leader of the Varl. You come from Arborang? Was it Arborang? No, Strand. And then you went all the way up here to Eintoff. So now this game is going to get more down in this region, I think. Because remember, those horsey creatures are from down this way. Centaurs, not horsey creatures. See what Bulwark, the big arsehole, has to say. The Varro mercenary leader Bulwark, oh I forgot, she was with us, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the spell-weaving Mender Council. Bulwark looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Kingsguard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varro. Alette is seeing the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? She's new. Does she have black eyes? Wait. Maybe she got hit recently. She's a fighter. She's a little small. Yeah. Don't talk about me like that. I'm not here. Yeah, and you're big for your small role. The woman looks wounded for a brief moment before readying an insult. Well, nothing. What we were discussing is private. Her look at Bulwark says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan, I think that's Ivan. Please tell me, or give me a pronunciation guide if you know. Needs my help with healing the wounded, but she should leave soon. See Akon at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane Volka, one of these days, Claw and Fang, I'll get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. You're gonna die, you fool. So, Spellweavers are like these crazy sorcerer guys. The Ivan guy shoots lightning. Claw and Fang is axes. The large axe heads are polished, the sharp blades and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use, but it's the grey handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So you're leading this rabble now. Only to Arborang, then it's King Mindoff's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Oh. Does this bother anyone else? It really bothers me. Because I read quite a bit of fan fiction in my day. I'm not too proud to admit that. And this kind of thing really annoys me. It's like the blonde-headed fighter laughed, or the brown-headed fighter did this, or the brown, and they use the descriptions to describe people. It really bothers me. Why couldn't they just use their name? Because that stands out, and you got to kind of figure out in your head who it is some of the time. What's your name? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. But then again, maybe it's just... It makes me think of bad fan fiction when I see something like that. That might be it. In charge of keeping the ravens alive. I don't know what a shield maiden is. Bulwark gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I'm not the chieftain. You got a better idea than armoring? I heard there's a problem I should know about. Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You're stopping to save every feigned idiot along the river will get us all killed. Make more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. So back when we were in Kingsguard, I think it was Kingsguard. He was an arsehole. He was on right control while we tore down everyone's house to make the boats, and those guys are arseholes, basically. So he's gonna be a lot to deal with, and get rid of half the supply of these useless people too. Like you take up water room. They're slowing us down. The river dictates our speed on the ships. I will if they don't start pulling their own weight. Another hard decision. It's not going to happen. We'll see what happens when you really get desperate, kid. If you're even still in charge of these fools. Well, we've been really desperate before. We've been through some real bad times. But Bulwark doesn't know anything about that. We only met him in Kingsguard. Bulwark snorts and turns attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bare cloak back indicates the conversation is over. Should kick him in the ass. The morale thing. If you have poor morale, you're you don't get as much willpower when you fight. The map, days of supplies, 30. So it's rest. -1 willpower penalty in battle, maintains sufficient supplies, and rest in camp to improve morale. I'd rather have poor morale and everyone's still alive than vice versa. What is that thing? Let's leave. Leave. Yeah, leave. The wooden planks of a well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Akon, the warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring. I'm just as lost as you are at this. You seem to be handling it just fine. I'm not looking for praise, Akon says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There are so few Varl left. How do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a Varl king should be able to figure out. Let's sail. Depart. So he was just recently made king too, like the thing said. So we got 2 kings with us. Okay, that was loud. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longship built of scrap wood scavenged in Kingsguard. See, that's what we're talking about. The ravens find space around a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river current. Oh god, what's in there? Something full of plague? God, that's not going to be good.